Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Jalesmin sannidhim kuru, Shravananayanajam va. Buddhyatmana va kayena vacha manasendriyairva sakalam parasmai.
Namaste, viewers and students. So I'm going to take up the Pitta food charts here. So a little bit of introduction about the Pitta. As you have already gone through Pitta, if you're coming from a basic course, advanced course, already you are definitely through with the Pitta personalities and which are the aggravating seasons, regimens, routines and personality types, mental, emotional trait, energetics, which we have already covered in the 5th and the 6th tutorials, and potency, virya. So if I have to wrap it up in a nutshell, Pitta types are the ones who should be avoiding the sour, salty and the pungent taste. Okay. And the potency, hot potency should be avoided. So we have to go for the cooling food here. Cooling doesn't mean that cool like ice. It's kind of a, Ayurveda is not in extremes. I mean, ice is not recommended for anyone actually, because it's artificial. Okay, so basically means at the cooler temperature as compared to what normally Pitta people would have high body temperature and they have a lot of Agni. So we have to cool down their Agni, their digestive fire. It's Dishagni. Dishagni means, which is basically a very strong digestive fire in their stomach. So obviously they have a very good appetite and their digestion and metabolism is amazing. Its metabolism is slightly on the higher side or the little fast. So they feel more hungry, they eat a lot, and they are the ones who always feel hungry. So obviously we have to look into the Pitta aggravation here. Pitta aggravation is basically, there is only a Pitta aggravation out here. Now it could be a combination type. We are going to see the Pitta combination types later, but this is the absolute Pitta aggravation chart. So you can take it as a reference, and then you can, if you're going for a combination types with the Pitta ones like Vat, like Pitta Vat and the Pitta and Kapha. So this chart could be referred as a reference for two other charts, which are Pitta Vat and the Pitta Kapha. In both Pitta Vat, Pitta is predominant, Vat is secondary. In Pitta Kapha, Pitta is predominant and Kapha is secondary. And also we have to include the food items which are more in bitter astringent taste, because bitter astringent helps in reducing Pitta, and the potency, the virya of the food would be cooling and calming, right? So let's go into the food categories for the Pitta chart. So vegetables, the first is the major ones. So major one should be actually the Vat increasing vegetables. As a thumb rule, Vat increasing vegetables. Raw food is amazing for the Pitta types. Pitta types are the ones who can eat a lot of salads and green leafy, but they can also eat cooked food, as long as you keep the spices on at bare minimum. So you don't make it very spicy with garam masala and all that, pepper, chilies, and so as long as you make it very less spices, the cooked vegetables are fine, but they are the ones who can actually eat raw vegetables. So the Vat people cannot. There is opposite to Vat, it is right. Vat people cannot take these vegetables, whereas these are the ones which Pitta people can take. So what would be the Vat minor or aggressive? Would be Pitta major. So artichokes and asparagus, so broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, cucumber. These are exactly the ones you cannot have if you have Vata aggravation, but Pitta, people love it and they really help to reduce their aggravated Pitta. Then, kale, Karela is bitter, right? Bitter gourd, that's amazing. That also is good for diabetes, as I mentioned before. Lettuce, lencress, endive, and okra, bhindi. We call it bhindi, okra. Then parsnips, peas, white potatoes are good. In fact, if you have acidity, a Pitta aggravation, acidity, dyspepsia, then you can actually take out slices of white potato and you can actually take some oil and fry it. Don't deep fry it, just a little bit, and just have it, just eat it. So that's really amazing actually to reduce your acidity. So white potatoes are really good. So then sprouts, winter squash. We move to the fruits here. The major ones would be the sweet fruits. Honestly, they cannot have citrus fruits, so they should totally avoid citrus fruits. Apples, apricots, berries, coconuts, dates, figs is all sweet. Okay, grapes in moderation. Mango, moderation. Melons, yes, all kind of melons. Sweet oranges, if the oranges are sweet. If they are sour, avoid it. Grapes, if they are very sweet, black ones, take it, otherwise avoid it. Pears are sweet fruit. Pineapple, pineapple should not be here, so please make an exception. Pineapple is very Pitta aggravating food actually, but there are certain maybe in a combination type we can see it, but not in Pitta aggravation. Plums is okay, pomegranate is okay, raisins, watermelon, why not? We take the grains, the oilier ones, the major ones, they can eat barley. Basmati rice, amazing, it increases cough. Brown rice, no, I don't think so, as long as it is sweet. Oats, whole oats they can eat, wheat they can eat, because wheat in sweet in nature increases cough. So basically we have to go for the Vata and the cough increasing food to reduce the Pitta, if you are getting idea by now. And the minor ones are the sushi rice. And who eats sushi rice? I don't eat sushi rice, but the people who eat sushi rice, they should not have it if they have Pitta aggravation. Then brown rice they should avoid. Go for white rice if you have Pitta aggravation. Legumes, beans, peas, basically. So yes, they can have it. They can have most of the beans because see, again, the Vata aggravation cannot have beans, legumes and peas, whereas Pitta can have. So turn it around, turn it around, friends and students. Aduki, black beans, chickpeas, moong dal. My favorite is moong dal though, it's very rich in protein. Lentils, brown lentils, the navy beans, pinto beans, split peas, green or yellow. The dairy, the major ones they can have it is butter unsalted, cottage cheese and cow's milk if certified raw. Contrary to what people feel, dairy is inflammation producing and acidic, so it should be avoided actually, honestly. But even if you want to have, go for unsalted butter, not like salted one, it will increase Pitta. The minor ones are goat's milk, ice cream homemade, yogurt, sweetened, oils. So the major one should be the cooler oils like coconut, sunflower, canola, soya. Minor ones could be avocado, olive oil is hot. It grows in hot areas. It grows in southern Spain, which is not really, southern Europe, sorry, not southern Spain, which is definitely not so cold part among the cold parts of Europe. So you understand. Walnut is very hot. Safflower is hot. Avocado is hot again. We should avoid it. Regressive, we should completely avoid is like mustard is very hot oil. Sesame is very hot. Vegetable mixed oil should be avoided by everyone. Animal fat should be avoided by everyone. Then almond is hot. We all know almond is very hot. Apricot, corn. So herbs, spices and flavorings now. So the major ones would be a lot of herbs, spices, but people cannot have them because herbs and spices are hot in nature. So, but still, I'm going to talk about the ones that they can have in moderation. Black cumin, cilantro, coriander is a little cool in nature. Cumin is okay. If they don't have to drink cumin water like that, they can have it a little bit in the food. So all is in moderation. It is written major, but I am saying in moderation. Peppermint, exceptions are there. Mint and peppermint is cooling in nature. You must have heard that people who have acidity, they give pudina in India. I mean, pudina is mint basically, to relieve the acidity, if you know. So mint and peppermint is really amazing. They are cooling in nature. So they can have, fennel is also cooling in nature. Dill leaves. Then turmeric is good, but in moderation. I mean, saffron is also good if you put in milk and have it at night. Pitta people that would be amazing. One of the best beverages for the Pitta people if they have a saffron and a cardamom milk at night. Condiments. The major ones that they can take are chutney, which is coconut. I'm not really, I don't think so mango should be here, but coconut chutney is good. Cilantro, grated coconut they can put in the vegetables. Coconut is really good for pitta aggravation. Coconut milk is so amazing. The people who have pitta aggravation, they should make their curries with coconut milk instead of the tomatoes. Tomato is really bad, so made in a white gravy. So I'm not talking about, you can mix cashew nut is also good, but it's I'm just talking about pure coconut milk. Daikon, grated mint leaves, rose water, you should have it. These are really great. I mean, mint leaves is like you can soak in the water and put lemon, mojito kind of a thing. That's really mojito is really amazing for pitta people actually. That's kind of a mocktail. The minor ones, black pepper, olives black, rock salt. Salt should be avoided because salt increases pitta. A lot of salt. Vinegar should be avoided. Yogurt should be totally avoided by pitta aggravation. Pickles. Some people in India eat a lot of pickles. I mean, pickles in Europe is different than pickles in India. In Europe, people take vinegar and soaked olives and different herbs in it, but onions But in India, normally there's a huge variety in pickles, and they are so pitta aggravating food. You should totally avoid it. Then black pepper is again. Too much of oily food should be avoided as well. If you don't know, oily heavy food should be avoided. Spicy food. Last category here. The major ones are the cooling ones basically, like cardamom, borage, twig, chamomile, and then lavender. Lemon balm is good. It reduces inflammation and pitta. Lemongrass is amazing. Fennel is amazing for reducing pitta. Peppermint, we all know. Mint is so amazing for reducing pitta. Raspberry leaves, rose flowers, spearmint. And minor ones, you should avoid the hot ones. So here all the spices are there. I'm not going to go into this because we have seen the spices and herbs. So basically they are nothing but infusions of spices added with some maybe green tea. For more such informative videos on yoga and Ayurveda, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the notification bell. Thank you.